Is the 1110 of Yochshon Yomi. If I sponsor come share more of Yochshon Yomi, please come me directly. Be very greatly appreciated. Today we're doing Yoredea, Simon Kuf Gimel, Sif Chafalef, Simon Kuf Dal, Sif Base. Chavav. I think it's 19 year Lashvos Adeos. Yeah, so the we had yesterday what seemed to be a machlokas b'mitzius. Um, what the story, what's nosin tam gam and what's not nosin tam of gam. The mem is kosher omar machlokas b'mitzius im nosin tam gam in mishpach. It's difficult to say it's a machlokas in reality. What exactly is shvach and gam? The palates will taste it. V'gam Rebbe says typical to Mavas is astonished. V'zel shono. Ani tameh, I'm astonished. Arei olam mavashli and devashim abasar. V'mushuvach ba'od. Honey with meat is very, very tasty. Maybe it's because of the additional spices and onions. It's still astonishing. Taste it. See how it tastes without the spices and without the onions. Also, oil with meat. We fry oil with meat. And it's food of noblemen. Around parish mission the Rambam, so where we find Sif Yud says that if you cook butter with meat, it's temporarily improved. Afterwards, it ruins it. Ayin Sham. Then we see we see that by the non-Jews, basar b'chalav is one of their choice foods. They only taste good immediately after it's cooked. Then afterwards it ruins it. So that we can say about honey with meat, or shem basar, or oil with meat. Shato tov. Temporarily, it's wonderful. Gets ruined. Therefore, the oil and honey of their vessels, we're not concerned with their emission, that something was emitted from their kelim. In other words, they process oil and honey in their kelim. But we're not concerned that there might be a blios. They came in Shabbos farming spashers. The meat is already cooked. Veinkan rak plitas, but all this is an emission of meat from the walls of the vessel. Mekakas advash Hashem, it ruins the oil and the honey. The Shavasham ain't oil bebasar and vash over Shem and Bain. It's only improves when the meat is with the honey or with the oil, and it is a substance which exists independently of being absorbed into the walls. Medina Tzarchim. Halacha requires analysis. The bracket says Shem Chalukah Rishona there in the first category. Kasab the Shamnun is Basa and Vash. Right, said meat, fat. With honey, who have gam tummy, it's kind of always a bad taste. I try my anticipatory my medium, etc. Chulin, which goes to Ganka Ramam, that first it's Mashbiach and then it's Pogame. I tasif kon Zaim Tzarchim. Not clear. Chabezesh because the bus or Chala behind have a pile of gam mutzar akan l'shana, that which he wrote that in the Shulchan Aruch that basar or meat or milk in wine is time of gam. And say it's permissible. Yeshim, some say that come on chalab kamat. Some say that it means chalav with a kamat's milk. The chalev tzere hainu tarba and chalev with a tzere, which is fat. No sin tamish vachmiyan gives a positive taste to wine. But I've got this heter beheter, even though who cares? It's heter beheter, right? They're using something permitted. Milk and wine, chalev and wine, they're both permitted. So what yeshim kaya chalav tummy. Could be it's going on. Milk from a treif source. Well, basar shall come no basar treif. It's like when we talk about meat from a treif source. Some say that kavana chayla b'tzeirei. Some people say that it's going on chayla with the tzeirer, fat, tarba, and it doesn't give a good taste in the wine. I believe that's from Noy Yehuda. The bash behind kosam sif yud b'shem aram du pogim b'sam mashbiach. Honey and wine, initially it's bad and then it's good. Also said the wine in a meat dish, it is good. So from beginning to end. It says there that it ruins the taste. Has saying I'm not sure about all these things. Means that long brackets here. I'm Noy Behuda Sham Shechriel Sham. The Yev Shalios Chalaba comments. He says it can't be talking about milk. Who had the better? So because it's had the better. Yosh Gosavnu Ein Raya. According to what we wrote, there is no evidence. I'm not sure what he's referring to. I guess because it says talking about Chol Tome. So that's what he's referring to. Now I'm sure he's referring to. So about the tummy milk. The opposite. I'm going to be right. The tarbinus in Tam Shvach can't be talking about fat because fat gives good taste to wine. The Ganke right. There's no evidence either as well. There was Sham Mutzach Latam Acher. Then we need another reason. Um, um, Okay, the Mishnah Nasi Tam Pagam will rock with the Evid. Because the only time the Pagam must only be the Evid, much custom Piska Tshuva. I'm not sure what that means there. Could be that that whatever the people I'm saying the ride from Kuf Chaf Aleph, Arukh HaShulchan says it's not because Tar was Nasi Tam Shvach, but because Nasi Tam Pagam must only be Evid, so you need some other reason to be Matul Chatchila. Much custom Piska Tshuva. That you should know. Shkumash Kasam Shulchan Akli Kuti Minesh Zeliv Gam. He writes that the vessels non-Jews is the time next time. Gam Akar Rambam Hilchos Me Rambam Hilchos Sov Hilchos Hasuros. Fasi Shabli Shitoso works well according to his perspective. Actually, you don't come on Stam Kelim Him in the Oman, but he holds Stam Kelim are not within 24 hours. And circle is that you don't need to have a command to no sin time external no sin time Gam. Nafkina who emailed Dana Shem Bnei Oman. Obviously, we know that Betzim Neoman says Nafkamina, whether it's Betzim Nosin Tam Gam or not. Gimel Viduk. Chav Gimel, Kokter Sheina Basiyama, any pot which has not been used that day, Chashuva Tam Gam, is considered to be an off taste. Veno says it doesn't forbid. Because Basiyama is called on its day, it does give off taste, calls much lower Shasa. May say as long as it wasn't 24 hours, Achan Bashba Isser. After the substance was cooking it. Fabi Shitas Rashi Rabbeinu Tam. Even opinion Rashi Rabbeinu Tam at the end of Socher, but Zodaf Haim Vav. The Raksha of Laila, only when a night passes over, Havel of Gam, then it's a bad taste. There's Laila Pogemes, and that's a cooler because you don't need 12 hours. The saying overnight makes it worse. Kumar Bakachim, there's like Mikra Ubertzur, just like Kachim, we say. The fact that it carried overnight it means it's considered to be that its form has been diminished. Nevertheless, most poskim being a dafka may say it's need 24 hours until it becomes nice time to come. These bar seem to kuf base. We explain later on. Okay, one. Shavla may say it's 24 hours of elapsed. Acharish bash but iser. That's the way it says been cooking it. And then you cook the dish inside mutter. So okay, having nice time because it gives it a bad taste. That's if the vessel was well rinsed out. So there's no fat, a substance of fat on the inside of the pot. By default, we assume it was rinsed properly. Okay, the stand came vessel in which we cook, we stomach in the king, we assume that they're clean. It's only us if you know it wasn't cleaned well. That's the shach. He says, what's the problem with the fat which should be on the surface? Because it's like a piece of prohibited substance which is not damaged. The only one to get that which gets absorbed in the pot is not in the time nifkam. V'lo mashal pinek there, now which is on the surface of the pot. Some say that if you even cooking it before you rinse the pot, also the fat on the surface is also in the time nifkam. Can't tell from the Rambam. Field there is showing the first minute. Yesh shishim negamash dovak is 60, corresponding to the fat on the surface. So mutter, it's okay. Below the name is isur dovuk. We don't assume call it an isur dovuk that it's which will be a chanan issue. The miyad sheba tavshil nimche isur batavshil because immediately when it comes into contact with the cooked dish, it gets dissolved in the cooked dish. Mutter. And that's batel, and the pot is not bas yoima, therefore it's mutter b'hachinoga. That is the custom. If you cooked in a pot which wasn't used in the past 24 hours, a cooked dish which has something sharp, people like peppers or chametz or vinegar or tavlin or spices, or shayad v'in charif and other sharp stuff. Also, kshesh b'yamem chelik gadol shetamam nirgash harbei b'tavshil. It's also if there is a large amount which can be sensed in the cooked dish. Because if there's something sharp, and if there's a substantial amount, mamtika shamnunis is sweetens, which means refreshes the fat abulua sakin, which is absorbed in the knife. We say sakin here. That's why here talking about. Sorry, I'm talking about the pot. It's like come over sakin. So obviously the davar is makes whatever's in the pot, and that's in Talmud just like it does in a knife. Shows by comes what I mean is that some things have been clarified there. Never see cook sharp something sharp in a meat vessel which is not used in the past 24 hours. And then you cook milk there. Mutter, it's okay. By the time he's bar Hashem, this will be clarified in Siman Kuf Chav base. Kaf hey, Kasa Rabbeinu saying Bali Shulchan Aruch Sibsai. Shulchan Aruch writes, Kidei Shiblu Mi Basa B'Chav, a pot which has absorbed milk and meat, Sheniz Basha B'Yak, which cooked it together. Or one after the other. But it was within before one night had passed. Water was heated up in there. It's going to be from the self same day. So 24 hours after last time, water was heated up in it. But the night pass, it's okay. Yeah, right. You're going with the night as being no tam kam. Also, if the night passes between the cooking the meat and cooking the milk, you know what is immediately heated up there. That's also it's true by all prohibited substances. According to we are b'chol chaticha nas is vela. I don't know where that comes in here. I guess those times if it's in first 24 hours, the piece which is cooked there becomes nevela. Malcolm Hefsey in places lost yesh lahati b'chaygam leb'shari surim b'chol inyan. If it's a Malcolm Hefsey, you can allow this and other surim no matter what. Actually, me'es le'es mizman bishul iser. 24 hours from the time that the iser was cooked. Shono. Okay, that's cryptic. Let's see what the Arukh HaShulchan explains. Chavav. Piradvar. He needs to say the name, but the marina chaticha nasis nevel. In some way we say chanan. Im tocha meis leis nichnas ba davar heter. In 24 hours, some davar heter enters into the layer of this pot. Nasa davar kul nevela. So whatever comes in becomes completely nevela. Me'ek terazu she blew in basa b'chav. So therefore, this pot which is absorbed with meat and milk. According to anybody who say chanan, or ivli mishari surim, or absorbed from other prohibited substances. A person's file chatir nasabel shari surim. According to those pasco, we say chanan by other surim. Im chimim b'bamai toch me'etzais. Then you cook water, heat up water in this pot within 24 hours. Nasa ma'in nevela. The water becomes nevela. You cook the issa right now. The time etzais lechimim, you need 24 hours now from the time the water was heated up. You have gum in order to that which is absorbed in the walls to go back to the gum. On the measure, some say afagav there mean chaticha nasabel. That would say chanan zelin and shim noflik there such kula. That's in terms of it falling into another pot. You need 60 corresponding to its star size. Nevertheless, it's not that severe. Mine. The time the water was cooked, because the substance of the issue is not there. Space and name of smack. So therefore, they're somewhat lenient in this point. That's why here they allow linas lila. Okay, since this anyway, some people are makel here. The zechanan is not relevant, so therefore they make on Linas Lila, even though the clock starts ticking after they cook water again, but it only needs Linas Lila to evade that. Lacheni mark over lab ben bishulisa ben nechim mayim. So only if even if only night passed between the time they cook the prohibited substance and the time they heat up the water. Next time v'gam it's considered time v'gam umudas mitzvah. Having lo over layla, but the night in the past tzarich meisleis michum mayim. That's why place they need to have 24 hours. By the time the water is heated, like most poskim hold. Cheni marva layla ben bishul basal bishul cholav. Also, if night came out between the cooking of the meat and cooking the milk, Kankadinas of Gam, the seal of Gam, Bain also doesn't answer. Malcolm F. Ksas, and if it's a place that's a little bit of loss, Yesh had to be shy, some people call him Shabalayla. Allowed by others, before the night has passed, you only need you only require 24 hours. From the time you cook the Isser, not from the time you cook the water. That's what he meant in the previous if. Usmocha yeshrin to be when the yeshim shagosam to write to the ins of the clock tichon nats avail. No chanan in this case. Avo basalav ain't lismocha dezu, but by basalav you can't rely on his opinion. Fish basalav by kosum and nilcha tichon nats avail. Everybody holds chanan by meat, milk. The davar pashud lab dafka mayim, as it's true, not just with water. Obviously, a kol davar heter is pashud there doing a mayim any heter which is cooked in the pot as the locha of water. Brackets it says in longish brackets. I'm prima gadim shemistapi b'kdei balua kazayis v'isser. The pot has absorbed the kazayis with the v'isser. Chalayla bishlu mabasar, and after night, and after 24 hours of night, they cooked meat in it. Flesh shishim wasn't 60. Nasa basar, the meat comes also. Nafa basar heter, and then the meat falls into a heter. The Shishim negative Isser low negative basar. We have 60 corresponding to the Isser abalua, but not corresponding to the entire meat. Imaklina b'chaygav na ma'id sham. Are you make or not? The Arukh HaShulchan says, I don't know what the issue is. The body ain't certain because it's linas lila. This case don't like linas lila. The zerakina balua shebekter. It's only in terms of something which is absorbed in the pot. The only Isser atzin, not in terms of the prohibited substance itself. Much kosa b'smach. Vokas have also writes in bishel basar if you cook meat. And after night, after a night you meat and cook milk, the same pot. And after 24 hours, you cook another time milk. You don't rely on the overnight. You 24 hours from last and you put milk in there. And that's only true. Because they only make it by other prohibited substances, lower basal chav, not by basal chav itself, as he said previously. Chav zayin. In bishul b'kter shel iser tav shil shel iser notzim b'tam l'shvach. You cooked in a pot which is has treif, a dish where the prohibited substance is notzim tam l'shvach. V'nesa tav shil, the food becomes also. V'chaka bishul tav shil acher. You cooked another thing in the pot. Iser nosin botam v'gam, which prohibited substances gives an off taste. Ba'katav shira rishon nosin botam l'shvach. Only the first dish is nosin tam l'shvach. Yesh is topic. So in this case, we have to clear a shaila. Miyam, when we say kemuch isatz nosin tam v'gam, we say it's itself, it gives an off taste mutter. It's permissible. Dima kemuch l'shatav shil nahanesar nosin tam l'shvach. Since the prohibited food which came also is nosin tam l'shvach. That's when Chaticha Nasevela Kushari Suin. And go ahead being that Chaticha Chanan by Elisuim. Also Gamma Tavshil Sheni. What fell from the first Tavshil and the second Tavshil Asers. Ach Einan Eser Chola Eser Yoser Misha Aser. So he says, no, whoever has Asering can't Aser more than the thing is Aser it. Okay, and so that's already that's not Gam. Lochein Nira, the Mutter there says it's Mutter. Cooked out. All klali dinim is minaisim tam livgam varam usim. All general, more general laws about not drop and things which are repugnant. There's a great principle by negating prohibited substances. Not find them. The bitul l'shaycha masha enu nikar. Bitul only works with that which you can't recognize. Abador nikar, something which you can't recognize. Lo shach bitul is not relevant. Chen heter nikar eno Mevatel Isser Shein Nikra. So to a heter which you can recognize and separate it is not Mevatel and Isser, which is not recognized. Ketzer has salvation nafal. Chatichas Isser tokder. A piece of prohibited substance fell into a pot. Shesh b'morach tav which has soup and a cooked dish. Chaticha shel heter, another piece of heter, but doimel chatichas Isser. Another piece of heter similar to the piece of Isser. Fell in v'yim shalakir b'neim. Can't distinguish between the two of them. Even though it's 60 in the heter, nullified piece of isser. Mutar hamarak v'tavshil, the meat, the soup, and the cooked dish of mutar. Can't call unless the chatichas asuros, the piece of asur. Shehamarak v'tavshil enim avadim chatichas ha'isser ba'atzma. The soup and the cooked dish, they can't nullify the shtick piece of isser. They only nullify whatever it emits. You shall play to me, because whatever the emits gets mixed up is not recognizable. The piece itself is recognizable. Can't be nullified. Only the pieces of heter can nullify it. So the shtei chatichos heter, but I need two pieces of heter to nullify it. Like any other dry substance with butter barov. But it's 1 to 1. They're both us. If there are a lot of pieces of heter, such as 10 to 1 ratio, neither of them we recognize that they're not all similar to the piece of isser. But the 10th piece of heter is completely similar to the isser. Shiv Shalakira can't distinguish between the two. Gam bezeh chatichas heter hasir v'chatichas isser asurin. So the 10th piece and the piece of isser are both asur. These 9 which you recognize, you can't join the B'vat isser. Can't change the requirements. It's clear that they're heter. You have to move them. All you have left is 10th one, which you can't distinguish between it and when it fell in. The 1-to-1 proportion which we have now is not bata.